Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me. Glad to be here with all of you, but I'm actually really kind of tired. I was at the track last night doing some racing, and I don't know, kind of sucked the life out of me. Got home late, so didn't sleep much. Thinking about, it's hard to like, even though you're tired, you can't sleep with the adrenaline rush. It's crazy. Anyway, so yes, it is post market wrap up Thursday, January 25th, 2024. All right, so I got a lot of stuff to talk about here with you. Let's start off with this because it's just so crazy. So as you and I had predicted, we got this GDP number today. Are you watching any of the mainstream commentators? I mean, when I tell you they are on full orgasm mode, I mean they can't believe how great this number is. GDP rip roaring. Our economy is so strong. The consumer, they're amazing. It couldn't possibly be better. Everything, but you see, what's devoid here from the headlines at all, and they won't. Not even a syllable, not a word, not a mention. Zero is how all of this government spending to fund wars all over the place right now is calculated as a part of GDP. Without that, we would be negative. Negative. But you see, you can't know that. Um, it's kind of like a mark to market accounting. They could make these numbers whatever they want and then tell you whatever they want to tell you. Jeffrey, thank you. I appreciate that. So, look, all of you out here, when you probably were doing the same thing as me, waiting for these numbers to cross the screen, and then it's the reaction that really gets to me. It's not. Look, we know the numbers are fake. That's a given. All right, but to me, the biggest, I don't know what you want to call it, thing is watching the reaction of the commentators. Oh, oh, oh. And then of course they're gonna play it up. How great it is, how strong our economy is. We can't possibly be going into recession. Again, don't take my word for what I'm about to say. I want you to open up a search engine and just Google this stuff or whatever, however you find things online here. All right. Leading economic indicators are now down consecutively now for like, I don't know, 21 months. It's unbelievable. Actually, it's 21 consecutive months, and they're pointing lower. Things are getting a lot worse. But again, government spending. You want $100 billion for that war? Okay, here's another 50 billion for that. That gets added to U.S. GDP. It's literally mark-to-market accounting where they can make up numbers whatever they want them to be. That's no surprise again to you or me or anybody that follows. And that's another thing. Exactly. They're saying, oh, inflation it's better. It's better. It's got nowhere to go, but much worse moving forward. And you all know that. Now, talking about deceptions here on an unprecedented scale. So crude oil today put on like almost 3%. Look at this headline. Headline from Market Watch. What's missing here? Anything strike you? Oil prices settle at nearly 2-month high after drop in U.S. output and supplies. No mention of, well, how about this? This is from today, too. The U.S. has no endgame in Yemen. This is time. Now, again, keep this in mind. What's missing? Let's talk about what's missing here. Again, I'm just reading just a paragraph here. The U.S. has launched a new, listen to the wording here. I love this. Long-term military intervention. So it's not even a kinetic action. It's definitely not a war. It's an intervention. Okay. The United States has launched a new long-term military intervention in the Middle East, obviously striking targets all over Yemen repeatedly and Iraq as well. As the Defense Department officials warn, this is beautiful, that plans to strike Houthi positions or Iranian proxies, of course, what they're selling us all, are open-ended. Now, this is where it gets even more beautiful. Yet, these same officials acknowledge that these attacks won't work. Came right out of our illustrious president's mouth. The man's beautiful. Could you imagine a more beautiful man? When I see that thing, oh, I can't tell you. It's just amazing. So, do you see what's missing here? If you were just like a regular person out there, and then none of you are. All of you are like, very intelligent, high IQ people, and you saw this. You wouldn't even know that the price of crude oil is higher again. It keeps going up and up and up on the back of the Middle East. It's getting lit up, and the fact that Iran is the end target. Oh, speaking of Iran being the end target, you want to laugh? How many of you believe this is true? This is Market Watch again. Look at this headline. The United States quietly warned Iran of planned terrorist attack by Islamic State group. Meanwhile, we're bombing the living hell out of these people. Oh, supposedly, we're hitting their targets over there. But we went out of their way to warn them because we're so good. Because we're beautiful. You're all beautiful. All of you. But can you believe how I've been telling you for how long they fist feed us in every orifice that we have. This nonsense, this garbage, this propaganda, it just doesn't stop, and it won't stop. No, it won't. Anyway, let's go. Yes, there is something wrong with me on multiple levels. I just can't even tell you. Anyway, let's look back on this beautiful market that we have. Crude oil surging today. Oh, it's because of, it has nothing to do with, like I said, that we're bombing the living hell out of the Middle East. No, not that at all. Oh, of course not. GDP, absolutely. Our economy is off to the races. It couldn't possibly be better. And I guarantee you that the creature sitting behind the Resolute, this is going to tell you what a great job he's doing because he loves you. He loves you very, very much. Very, very much. Anyway, so the S&P 500 today, 5 consecutive record highs. 5 consecutive. It needs to drop. You know that. Is it going to? Probably not. Because again, this is a mechanism here. It's the illusion of the markets. Do you realize what you're seeing here? I know you do. If you're following this blog, no one is more clear on it than you are. Gold and silver catching a bid today. Cryptocurrency is not doing too much. Bitcoin's still hovering at around 39,000 and change. Just look. Let me just say this, please. Okay. I am not answering any more emails. So don't even send them to me about Bitcoin, about cryptocurrencies. I get it all day long. Greg, is now a good time to buy? Is it going lower? No, I'm not doing it. Okay, I already told you this. So if you're one of those who are thinking about sending me an email or a question, I'm not answering them anymore. First of all, it's impossible for me to keep up. But with regard to Bitcoin, I'm gonna all you need to know, I tell you every freaking day. I believe eventually this stuff is gonna go much, much higher, along with commodities across the board. Is right now the perfect time, absolute perfect time to buy Bitcoin? Probably not. But you can't go wrong, in my opinion. I mean, because I believe eventually this stuff's going much higher. Got to hold on to it. It's a long-term play. That's it. So again, please, I love you people. I really do. And I mean that. And I'm trying to help you with all I got. But I cannot answer and I will not answer any emails. However you get to me, people get my email address from all over the place, I suppose. And through my newsletter, I'm not answering the questions anymore. As soon as I see it, delete. That's all. Anyway, so you heard about this, right? Multiple tech companies, let's hold that thought for a moment, including Microsoft, laying off thousands of people. Thousands and thousands of people are losing their jobs. Again, this is a phenomenon that you and I said was going to happen. And we're starting to see this. But again, look at the market here. The market sees these layoffs as a very positive thing. It doesn't matter anymore. The economy in free fall. The faster it drops, the higher the market's going to go. And it seems like the 10-year yield did come down a little bit. We were at 4.17 earlier this morning. Now we're like at 4.12. The market seems to be very comfortable here. And again, I would have expected that the 10-year yield would have fallen more. being that, again, we're bombing the living hell out of the Middle East here, and it's having a nice effect on crude oil, energy. How many of you, today's rally, the fifth day for record highs here for the S&P 500, I'm going to give you one guess, just one, and you better get it right. What sector of the market, consider that I just told you crude oil put on 3% today, what sector of the market would you expect did really well? Of course, energy, right? Energy. Bing, bing. Yes, you're all right. You get a prize. You get a prize. You get a prize. Make it up, people. Make any of this stuff up. It's impossible. It's impossible to do, but that's what's going on. So, are you surprised about this? How about, does it disturb you at all, the wording here? The United States has launched. I want to hear from you on this one. Seriously. I want to hear from you right now. Does it disturb you that they're saying the U.S. has now launched a new long-term military intervention? It's an intervention, kind of like if you are in rehab and you have to have an intervention, or maybe you go to your preacher and you have to have an intervention because you're having marital problems. I don't know. So, it's an intervention. It's not a war. It's not even a kinetic action. No. It's freaking intervention. Yeah, this. And then this I love. I love this. I love how it's missing, what's really going on here. And again, I want to hear from you on this. Do you really believe this? We're bombing the hell, supposedly, out of, the proxies here. But we went out of their way to warn them. Yes, we did. We did. I know. You know how I know we did? Because it says it. And if it says that we did, then I know we did. Right? All right. So anyway, and this GDP thing, I can't stand looking at the freaks. Oh, they're like, they got to go change their underwear, it seems. Anyway, with that, people, look, I think you get it. We know where we are. You know what we're doing. We are having a really, really good time, aren't we? I think, I'm a lot more awake than I was at the beginning of this video. I was ready to pass out. I'm not lying here. Before this video, I was like, oh, I'm gonna die. I was just so tired. I was really, really shot. I think when you get like a massive adrenaline rush, and then you come down off of that. Let me just set the stage for you. So I staged the car. I'm staging. I got that Cobalt Camaro. I hope you saw the picture. I sent it to everybody. Staged the car. I hit the trans brake button. I'm on the floorboard, okay? This thing's making about 1,100 horsepower. I come off that trans brake, and I'm telling you, it threw me so hard back in the seat. I couldn't even see the track. The whole front end came up. I couldn't see the track. All I saw was the freaking stars. And, I was hoping I was at least going straight because I was looking at the side here. Like I said, I couldn't see over here at the track. And, it definitely has an element of danger, but I'm waiting for the shift light to come on. Shift light comes on. I'm carrying the front wheels till I pull second gear. Finally, the front end comes down. And I was just pretty crazy. And you come out of that and you're like, quite a rush. Kind of rush, people. All right. Before thoughts on China. What do you want to know about China? It sucks over there. That's all I have to say. It's not going to stop the U.S. stock market from going higher. You're going to get more easy money there too, just like we're going to get here. You think it's done? You really think how many of you? Let's have a little fun for a moment. You ready? Can you hear that? How about this? Can you hear this? Let's have a little fun. How many of you believe that a miracle is about to happen? During the election is going to take place, and they're going to put some beautiful person there. Do you think that is going to end the era of easy money? Do you really think that all of a sudden things are going to get beautiful and you're going to see the Federal Reserve go away? Honestly, you think that in your heart? How about no? It's not going to happen. No way. Oh, people, you guys are great, man. Okay. Anything else that you guys and girls want to cover before we split out of here? Anybody? Look, I want to thank all of you for being here. We really got to work on these thumbs up. This is just terrible today, but I don't know. I guess people aren't interested in this stuff. That's okay. Look, you and me, We're ahead of the Jeffrey. Thanks again, bro. Appreciate that. We're all ahead of the curve. We know what we have to do, and we got each other's backs. We're never going to let each other. I will never let you down. I don't care. Like I said, if you hate Greg Mannarino or you love Greg Mannarino, I still got your back. I'm going to make sure you do well here. And yes, Jerome Powell, I love Anacott Steel. You know that. Blue Horseshoe still loves Anacott Steel. Can we get the mummy, man? What do you want him for? I don't even want to think about it, look at it, hear it, anything. Yellen sincerely may be transgender. I will agree with that 100%. You like my hair? Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Gold to silver ratio, people. I'm not, look, nobody knows this whole thing better than you. All right. Silver will remain, I think, for the foreseeable future, the most undervalued asset that exists on this planet. And when you see things, when you see them smack it down, or even today, this price it's so undervalued. It's just, based on so many factors. And I just look at one thing here, and I like to keep it very simple. I look at the Dow gold ratio and the gold silver ratio. Now you got to think, okay, where's the bottom for the Dow? I told you this a million times. We don't know where the bottom for the Dow is. Okay, we know that the Federal Reserve jumped in here at Dow 6,000. They started propping this up, easy money. It's not going to stop, okay? The easy money thing, all it's going to do is suck the purchasing power out of every single one of us here. It's going to continue to go on and on and on. It's not going to stop until they finish dismantling the current system. At that point, when they're ready, a meltdown in the debt market is going to occur. And that is going to put so much pressure on world stock markets. People's heads are literally going to spin around the freaking exorcist. I've told you this a million times. People are going to get wiped out. And I mean wiped out beyond their wildest dreams. Way beyond that. I mean, we're in the middle of early stages, in my view, of this creation of a neo-feudal system, two-tier society, and they got to dismantle the current system first. Much more war, much more death, much more pain, a lot more lies, distractions, people putting their faith in the wrong person, or whatever it might be. They're all going to get hurt. It's the way it is. It's a setup, but it's going to be sad to see it unfold, but it is. It always is the same. If history has taught us anything, history is replete with this kind of stuff. Eventually, again, where's the bottom for the Dow? Is it 6,000? It could certainly be 6,000. It could be 8,000. But in a massive sell-off, when everyone's running for the door at the same time, because that's what's going to happen, we could overshoot to the low downside Dow 6,000. Let's just say it's 5,000. I believe we're going to get a 1-to-1 Dow gold ratio. 1-to-1 Dow gold. All right, there's your price target for gold. Wherever you believe the bottom for the Dow is, because right now it's in la la land. But and then the silver, the gold ratio, you're looking like 15-to-1. So just do the math. Do the math. It's so simple. Anyway, people, that's it. We're going to call it here. Thank you all. Thanks for your support, your friendship, your love. I can't tell you how much you all mean to me. And honestly, we're a family. This is a worldwide family. I wish we had more. I really, really do. It's kind of sick to think. I mean, I really wish we had more people here, but unfortunately we don't. They're more concerned with other things, and that's good. It's kind of good in a way, because again, it gives us an edge. Let them live in their little whatever they got to live in, and you and I, who are on top of this, frankly, we reap the reward of it. And again, we're not going to let anything get by us. This ain't happening. Not on this guy's watch. But I will see you in the morning. All right, as usual. Tomorrow is Friday. We're going to get some more economic news, personal consumption expenditures tomorrow, Federal Reserve. Oh, I can't wait for that. Oh, I wonder what the headlines are going to say tomorrow, whatever. See you, right? Take it easy.